Welcome to Theater 14E. I am your instructor, W. Clay. I'm going to briefly go through how to get into and navigate the class. So you can get into the class a few different ways. Probably going through the portal is the way you're most likely to go through, so I'm going to do the same thing. And you scroll down here and you find Canvas, single sign-on. Click on there. And this will take you to your Canvas dashboard. This is my Canvas dashboard. So I'm going to go into our class. And this is going to be your home page. I've got an announcement at the top. Tells you what to expect from the class, a little bit more general information. And then if you scroll down below the banner, you have some buttons that should take you to the areas where you're most likely to go when you come into the class. The modules, the syllabus, Q&A cafe, and the office hours for the class as well. This will allow you to get to where you need to go. So we're going to start off by going into modules, and then I'm going to walk you through the first couple of them so you can see how the class is going to function. This is going to look a little different from yours because I've got a few things like for instructors, which isn't active, but you can still see it. On yours, that stuff's just not going to show up. So if we go to Module 0, which is where I want you to start, there's an overview. Start there. That's going to give you an idea of what you're going to be going through in this class, and particularly in this module. And then you can scroll down here about our class, about the textbook and readings, give you more information on that, about Canvas. And then the first thing I want you to do is a discussion. It's an About You discussion. Click on there and give us some information about yourself. Helps me get to know you because this is an asynchronous class. We're not going to be meeting in the classroom. So this is our classroom, and this is where we're going to be doing our interaction. And then also your syllabus is here. There's a link to that on the homepage as well. And then there's some more general information on online participation and attendance. Also some discussion guidelines, and then there's a wrap-up at the bottom. So that's Module 0. I want you to go through there first. That will give you a general kind of a Canvas boot camp before you get going. Then we have Cafe and Lounge. Question and Answer Cafe and Student Lounge are two general posting areas where you folks can go off topic if you want, talk about anything really. And also in the Question and Answer Cafe, you can also ask me questions about the class. Why does this happen? What's wrong with this? That kind of thing. There's additional resources too. I've got a Bad Lip Reading Star Wars playlist. I highly recommend watching that, especially the songs on there. Some comedy gold there. Also the Wikipedia, which it's a link to that, which is basically Wikipedia for Star Wars. And then here's another discussion. It's rants. If you have something about the Star Wars universe that drives you crazy, put it here, okay? But I've got instructions on there. I don't want anyone to get like too mean, too crazy there, okay? And then we have Module 1, Introduction. That's where we really want to be getting to this week at some point. So that's our introduction. And for each one of the modules, it has which module it is, the title of it, and then also the period of time when you should be working on it. So this one is week 1, August 30th through September 5th. Each module will have a little legend like that. So you've got a module overview, Star Wars Origins. This kind of begins the story of Star Wars. Reading assignments and links. This will tell you what pages and what chapters I want you to read in the book. Pages may not matter if you've got a different edition of the book or a digital version. There's not going to be a reading quiz this week. Most weeks there will be. Then you have your first discussion, which is the first Star Wars experience. Going through here, talk about the first time you ever saw one of the Star Wars movies and what your experience was. It might have been great. It might have been terrible. It might have been just in the middle somewhere. And then you've got your notes for The Hidden Fortress, which is our first film for the week. And then we have video links, which are going to have a link to the movie. So Hidden Fortress here, probably some other trailers, samples, things like that I have connected with that. And then also my lecture for this module. And so my lectures are going to cover usually the general topic that we're covering. So usually it's going to be point 1, 1.1, 2.1, 3.1, and then I'll also include in that the notes for the film. So those two things will be encapsulated in my lecture, and those will be available in the video links too. And then you have your study questions, which are for this film, and these are the questions I want you to be able to answer. Watch the film while keeping these questions in mind and answer all of those. And that's Module 1. And Module 2 is going to have a similar setup. The difference is you will have a reading quiz, and then we actually start watching Star Wars movies in it. So that's the difference there. So right now I've got all the way through Module 5 finished. These are the only modules that will show up for you after 5. This stuff won't even show up for you for right now. You see it's grayed out. Module 5 is finished. I'm just putting the lectures in 1 through 5 right now. So otherwise this class is good to go. If you have to wait, the lectures might take me a few days to get finished, but I'll at least have the ones for week 1 done this week, and I'll probably go ahead and do week 2 as well over the next couple days. Okay. Great to have you in the class. Enjoy. And if you have any questions, shoot me an email through the inbox over here, or put something in the Q&A cafe, or use one of the other methods of communication. Come to my office hour or something like that. Anyway, hope this helps, and I will see you folks in the class.